Don't leave the paper there.
Shut up, bitch.
You shut up, you stupid hoe.
Fuck you.
Ah, fuck off.
Whore.
Slut.
Cunt.
Trollet.
Tramp.
Twat.
Skank.
Bitch.
You know what you are. I don't even have to say it. You know what you are.
I will not say the other word because we are in camera, so
Uh-huh.
you know which one I was gonna go with, right?
I know. You're right, bitch. I don't like it hot.
What is the summer?
Oh, Lord, am I?
All right, good.
We are good.
You
Are
sure?
you ready?
I am.
Sweating. Are moist and ready,
You moist.
like fresh cake.
Mm. Anyways, my name is Eddie,
And I'm Omari.
and we are the two voices of the week.
Stark Natives.
Our culture unfiltered, discussing the way of this world.
Internet.
Two voices.
Two voices.
Queer.
Queer.
Candid.
Candy.
Discussing the way of this world and the next.
Discussing the ways of this world and the next. Discussing the ways of this world
Candid.
and the next.
Discussing the way of this world. Stars.
Discussing the ways of this world and the next.
I think I want to do something interesting with this episode. Because we haven't done something, and it is called intimacy.
Intromacy?
Yes.
Yes.
Intimacy.
We have not done that in this form.
In
for
this form.
medium.
Yeah.
Correct. We
Mhm.
have not.
Like, we have done it for the podcast, but we haven't done it for you guys, the ones that are viewing the video and everything. And I think it was better for us to do that, just to kind of do like a little bit of an introduction.
Yeah.
And at the same time, kind of give a sense of why we call it intimacy.
Right.
You know, because it also goes with intimacy.
Intimacy. Intromacy.
So.
I can't really whisper into my mic. We're getting new mics, so be on the lookout for that. I think it's kind of weird for us to have videos and to not have introduced ourselves in that way.
Exactly.
So I'm Omari.
And I'm Eddie.
And, well,
I know. Oh, you're going to go first? Okay.
This is about me right now.
What
This is on me up in here.
Excuse you?
That's Brenda from Scary Movie. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm Omari. I am 29 years of age.
Old as fuck.
Bitch, please. Anyways, I'm 29 years of age. I am from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. I am a filmmaker, an indie filmmaker. I'm a writer. I work a job. I make some monies. And
oh, you work a job?
I work a job. I don't say what job, but I work a job. I make some monies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is my film husband, this bitch here.
This bitch here.
And we met each other in college. And we have been tight ever since. And we have embarked on creative endeavors. And this is our creative endeavor that we kind of conceptualized
years ago,
maybe like 2013.
Yeah. We just never decided to actually make it to fruition until now.
And, you know, of course, this was born, you know, how every podcast goes, where people are like, oh my gosh, I love you guys' conversations, you know, eavesdropping ass bitches. And they're like, oh my gosh, I love you guys' conversations. Y'all should have a podcast. And it kind of course,
or a video
from that, or a video, some kind of something. And it kind of, you know.
So we eventually decided to actually do it.
Yeah. And it's fun. Yeah. I enjoy it. I like it.
We had plenty of ideas to do this. And otherwise, we never had the time. Like, the timing was never right. Even though there's never like a time, or the perfect time, it's just when you had that opportunity, take it. Yeah. And I think that's what we did. Right. We had the opportunity. It all kind of came together. And we decided it to like, no, we're going to make it happen. And, you know, after 41 episodes?
Yeah. And it feels
on
good.
Podcasts. And now we have like 5 episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, so we're getting there.
It feels good. And it's crazy because like the music that you hear at the beginning of the episodes and at the end of the episodes
was one of the first music that we had for like previously.
Yeah.
It's you know, when everything
was made for us
this.
When we started doing it by our friend Vandy. I call him Vandy Man now. I think it's hilarious. I had a dream about him and he was like, yeah, I'm in your dreams. It wasn't like a gross dream. It was weird. He was aggravating the fuck out of me like he does in real life. And
Exactly.
he was like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call you Vandy Man because clearly there's something going on. I was like, you're a terrorist. You're a dream terrorist. But he created the songs because he makes music and stuff, and he created a couple of songs for us. And this is the one that we picked because he made us 3 of them.
Yeah, he made 3.
But this is the one that I really liked, like that we really kind of agreed that we liked, and
we decided to go with that one.
You may hear it now while we're talking. Ain't no telling.
Maybe. Well, I guess you already introduced yourself. Yes. My name is Eddie, of course. 27 recently.
Look at that.
I know. Even though he's still an old bitch. But Sweetie. It's okay.
We love wine.
I know.
Wine is great age. Here I am.
It grace with age.
Here I am.
Whatever, bitch. Anyways, it's not about you. It's about me, Omari. So shut the fuck up. Of course, we met in college because we already said it. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, but I am from Puerto Rico, and I will still with that. Okay, and I'll stick with that.
This is where I'm from.
Exactly.
This is who I am.
Of course, I'm a filmmaker. I have a job that unfortunately. If you heard the other episodes, then you will know what happened.
Okay, so what? Eddie was the resident art director.
I was?
Yeah, you were.
I was the art director. Yeah, I was the art director. That's what kind of
drew us. Well, that's what drew me to Eddie because I think he has an eye. He has a really good eye. He's very detail oriented. Sometimes so much that it makes it very difficult for him to do things. I'm saying because okay, so Eddie's working on a story right now. And he loves the details. Like, he's so deep into the details. I'm like, oh my gosh, bitch. Write the story, girl.
I know. I'm trying to. I am trying to. But it's like, I need the details. The details need to fit in a perfect way. Because the thing is, for me, whenever you see it, every single plot, I know, I don't care about the train. Every single decision, every thing that character does is already being shown to you. It's already being told to you. Right. So for me, it's like you have to actually pay attention to every small, intricate thing that they do to understand why they do what they do. Right. It's kind of like I saw this show the other day, Monarca, and the lady, the main one, the mother of them, she doesn't appear a lot on the show, but when she appears, there's something that is being told. There's something that she says in her lines that is also kind of like foreshadowing what's going to happen. And then when you get to the end, it's like, damn. In a way, it's like you didn't expect that to happen, but it did. And you understand why she did it. Like, you don't have like
did you spoil the show, bitch?
No.
I feel like you spoiled the show.
I did?
I feel like you just, I don't think that's something that you're supposed to be it ain't just the first season of the show.
Yeah. But I didn't say much of what happened.
You still spoiled
and why happened and what she did at the end.
That's a lot. You gave a lot away.
I get Oh, well, you'll be fine.
This is supposed to be about you.
Yeah.
Not Monarca.
I know. Monarca. Monarca.
That works? It works.
Sure. With your accent, Monarca. But anyways, that's just me. This is who I am.
Yeah, and he's a nosy bitch.
A little bit.
In my phone, his name is Secret Squirrel because Eddie's the kind of bitch he goes digging, and he will.
I do not dig.
He will find all of the information that he is seeking for, and some that he is not necessarily seeking for or privy to, and
What are you trying to say, bitch?
I'm saying you a nosy bitch.
No, I'm not. Information just gets dropped to me.
That's what nosy bitches say. That's what your nosy neighbors say when they looking out the damn window like.
I don't be looking out the window.
Cops. That's him right there, officer.
I do not be doing that. Okay, I just poke just a little bit, and then everything just flew itself. Okay, that's it. That's all I do.
You ain't shit.
It's not my fault that they decided to just spill all the juice.
So Stark Natives is it is the baby of me and Eddie.
Well, our second baby. No, our third baby.
This is our third baby.
Our third baby.
This is our third baby, but this third baby is like the umbrella to the other babies.
Yeah, this is like the baby. Mm-hmm. Technically, he's kind of like Zeus. You know that Zeus was the last baby to be born, but then he was like also mythology. I know, but also like the last one.
Yeah.
So that's really what stagnated is.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though he was consumed or thought about or kind of created at the very beginning, it kind of now done.
True.
So
because so Stark Natives is really like it's our production company. Mm-hmm. Like that's the name of the production company. Really, the podcast and like these videos are really just like
a segue,
kind of like little pieces, like little crumbs to lead to the other things that we have planned for Stark Natives. So like we got some shorts that we're trying to work on that we're going to kind of like promote, like cross promote through here. Mm-hmm. Also, so we did 2 other episodes. Our very first episode is called Intromacy. Mm-hmm. So that is like where we introduce ourselves on the podcast. And then we did another one, Re-Intromacy. I want to say it's episode 10. We talk about stuff like that. We got a little in-depth. We talked about things, little moments in our lives that kind of changed us or made us stronger or stuff like that.
And made us who we are at the moment. And not only that, but also giving a sense of what intimacy is. Because most people, whenever they listen to intimacy or hear the word intimacy, they kind of
blend into
I know the words. I know that's not how it works. But anyways, whenever you hear intimacy, people think that it's like, oh, you guys are a couple, or like you have a sexual thing. But
everybody thinks sex when they hear intimacy.
Yeah, but intimacy is not that. Intimacy is more than that. It's a connection that you have with a person. It's an understanding that you have with that person.
Right.
And where you don't really need to have a sexual connection. Mm-hmm. You're just having a mental connection with that person, an understanding. And because of that, we wanted to call it intimacy, to kind of explain that we are 2 best friends that in a way call each other film husband because we are very creative and we have a very understanding of what we want to create,
and we have a good understanding of each other too. I think that's really the main
that's
thing,
another main thing
that we have a good understanding of each other, so that helps us be able to create with each other, get on each other's nerves and aggravate each other, but still be able to understand what we're trying to say. Think about it like, if you ever go to a concert,
that train is really loud today.
She's
like
loud.
The fuck?
She loud. I don't like it. I don't know what her problem is.
It's like she's being like, shut up.
That bitch acting like she got let out the house, and she's just like, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Pretty much. God.
But think about it like if you go to a concert and they bill it as a intimate performance, it's very personal. It might be a smaller crowd. Whoever the performer is, they might be a little more, touchy or a little, closer, a little less, chaotic, I guess, a little more acoustic.
Correct.
Intimate. An intimate performance, an intimate relationship, being a little more close, a little more personal, whether it's familial, romantic, platonic, even work, like just having a well understanding of yourself and the person who you are in that intimate setting with.
And then it's just not, like you said, it's like it's not just work, it's also with yourself. Because you also have to have an intimate connection with yourself and understanding who you are and everything. Because once you have that intimate connection with yourself, most of every other thing that you do in life will have a very positive effect in you. You will also not feel lost or will feel like degraded or disrespected or anything, because you have a very deep connection with yourself, that you understand yourself so well that when somebody says something to you, you don't really take it too personal, or you don't really assume or what they're trying to say, because you understand who you are. And then with that also comes the confidence of you being able to ask that person and ignore the assuming part and be like, you know what, Omari, what's going on? Can we talk? Right. Like, get to
when people not trying to tell you things, you're like, bitch, I know
you're trying.
I know I know something's going on.
Yeah,
and you ain't trying to say it, but I know it's going on. you saying like, people saying things to you and you not taking it personal. I was thinking the other day about how, how when somebody says, oh, you remind me of this person, or you look like this person, or you act like this person. And then sometimes it's weird because I feel like a lot of times people take that as shade if the person isn't like
good
or gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they're like, oh, that like they may
you're
see that
comparing
person
to that
as
person.
ugly. Yeah, they may see that person as ugly, but you're not comparing them in that way. It's like, no, you remind me of them. Like you act like them to me.
Like there's some characteristics that person
like
gives.
I see things that are there that
them.
remind me of you. And it's like, I'm not shading you. Like you shouldn't take it as shade, bitch. That's just
it ended. Like
what?
It's done.
What?
Yeah. It's just empty. I know. I'm so sad. This is the last cup.
Sip slow.
Mira. Why you always have the damn hand over there? Like I already talked to you how to do that. Like goddamn.
Yeah, like it's just knowing a person enough to know, like, bitch, I'm not shading you. Like I'm not coming at you crazy, but I think sometimes people ain't even willing to like kind of get to know each other the way they need to be able to understand each other, to be able to navigate each other's feelings and be able to navigate each other's ways in that way.
And that's another thing. Just because you know the person for a long time,
no, that does not mean
that you really have an intimacy with them. It's all about the quality, not about the quantity. So if you are not really conversating with that person a lot, if you are not having, and it's not conversating because you can actually have conversations with that person about anything, but it's what is the actual conversation about? Is the conversation very deep? Like if the conversation has something that is making you learn something, making you progress, grow, then of course you are actually having an intimacy with that person. Like that's one of the things that me and Omari kind of do. That we have conversation, we gossip, we do all crazy shit, we aggravate sometimes and whatnot. But there are moments where we have connection that in a way that conversation has a meaning. It has a depth to it where we are sometimes giving some of our darker self into the conversation. Or that we are acknowledging that certain decisions that we have made weren't really correct or weren't wrong, or we could have done something different about that. When you're having those type of conversation with that person, you will have a strong relationship. Doesn't matter if it's platonic, familiar, or sexual, even like a relationship with your significant other.
Don't be romantically intimate though.
Yeah, no.
Y'all don't really be intimate.
Well, that's the problem with social media.
Don't be nothing real.
Because they all want to be just dirty hoes.
But sometimes you just want to fuck somebody
and that's okay. That's fine.
I get it.
Just do it whenever you're single. Don't do it when you are in a relationship.
Well, hoes gonna be hoes.
Exactly. Once a hoe, always a hoe.
Hoes gonna be hoes. I don't know. I think sometimes we're really good at being very real with each other. Like, bitch, I ain't like that.
True.
Like, I did not like that. No,
and
I don't
there's some moments that we are surprised about each other.
It's like, ooh.
Oh.
It's like, oh. I didn't know you felt like that.
I know. It's like, goddamn.
Okay.
Your church.
But it's like, I am actually only interested in having relations like that with my friends. And like, even like my family members, like me and my family members don't really a lot of us don't get real like that with each other. With the exception of like, I talk to my niece a lot and we kind of talk and we can be real with each other, but I don't really talk to like my brothers and sisters and get real like that. I did talk to my sister like that, one of my sisters, but she passed away. And she was the person that I could kind of talk to and get real with and just say, like what we don't like, what we do like, talk about experiences and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm only interested in kind of building those kind of relationships with people where I can be honest with you and you can be honest with me and say how you feel. So we aren't like walking around on eggshells with each other and not being able to talk to each other.
And sometimes if you're in that situation where you're walking in eggshells, you are walking in a way where you're not really being real with that person, you have to take it upon yourself to just end it. if you don't see that there's no growth in your relationship, you don't see that there's anything that's giving something, then why have it? Why have that relationship?
Right.
Why have that friendship? Why, yes, we understand that sometimes family is family and that's the person the people that you got. And yeah, you can have some type of a respect towards them and some type of connection, but it doesn't mean that you have to have them in your life, because if it's not giving anything good to you, then why have it?
My mom used to say, feed them with a long-handled spoon.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Feed them with a long-handled spoon. It's like, I'm going to feed you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you enough to feed you.
But from away,
I
from
don't
a distance.
Be too close, because, bitch, you might bite me.
Mm-hmm.
You might bite me.
Yeah. And sometimes when you give a hand, sometimes those people just want to take more than just the hand.
Give them an inch, they take them out. I love those little sayings. They are so... I don't know who I bet you... This is so silly, it's so random. But I bet you the person that first said those little sayings, those little phrases and shit, I know they was like popular as fuck whenever
they were like, ooh.
They were like, bitch, come on, we gonna have a little show. You gonna say all your little sayings.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta feed people with a long-handled spoon. Oh my God.
That's
so true.
Really?
That is so true.
Yeah. We wanted to do this intimacy, kind of give you guys who we are and just kind of give you a little bit. I know it's not that easy for us to kind of explain ourselves, but that's why we wanted to make sure that you knew to go to episode 1.
Yes.
Of intimacy on the podcast, that you can find it on Apple Play.
Correct.
Oh no, not Apple Play. Apple Podcast.
I don't know why.
I know.
Play just sounds so right.
Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Google Play.
Yes.
You can find the first episode, and you can also look for the 10th episode, Re-Intimacy. Kind of gives you a little bit more of who we are and everything. And it also explains a little bit on why we kind of like sometimes cuss or very descriptive. Because sometimes I feel that for people to understand certain things, you have to give it to them raw.
Give it to them plain.
You have to give it to them like just how it is.
Right.
Because sometimes that's when it's actually like sticks in your mind instead of being like metaphorical or being proper or just sometimes give it how it is.
People want you to be real. Like, I would rather you real.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to be a little bit have to use a few cuss words like fuck.
A little bit of a cunt.
I know, just a little bit of a cunt. Just be there. So in that way people get what you're saying.
I would much rather you be real with me. I really would. But I think sometimes people don't want to do that because they're afraid of the reaction that you're going to give them.
But don't be afraid of that.
But I feel like if you're being real, you shouldn't be worried about the reaction.
Exactly.
You know your intentions. Don't allow people to force negative or cruel intentions upon your actions. Like, you know how you know what you're doing, and if they don't understand that, you can explain that to them. And
if they still don't understand it, then don't do shit about it.
You can't fix stupid.
But
but let us go.
Let us go.
Let us go.
But just let us go.
So I'm Omari,
and I'm Eddie,
and we thank you so much. And we are
the 2 voices of the week.
Stark Natives,
our culture unfiltered, discussing of the way of this world and the next.
And the next.
Do not forget to do your daily saintly duties by following, subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing. Let every member of your family, every member of your friend circle, whatever, let them know of who we are.
Exactly. And y'all know how the internet works. You know how social media works. When you like things, you share them, and you comment on them, and you like them, actually. So. Yeah.
And do not forget, sometimes the episodes are a little long. Hey, you're busy, but just come back to it.
Revisit.
Okay? Just revisit.
Come on back.
And again, my name is Eddie.
And I'm Omari.
And we are the 2 voices of the week.
Stark Natives.
Our culture unfiltered.
Discussing the ways of this world
and the next.
So thank y'all so much. We love y'all. And we hope that y'all go out and do something that changes the life for the better. Bye, y'all.
Bye.